teacher.
Hi, teacher. Who's speaking?
I am. No, I'm not the teacher. Are you the teacher?
Yes,
Hi, teacher. My name is David Chancipá.
David. Nice to meet you. My name is Adriana.
Hi, teacher. Nice to meet you too.
Okay, welcome to your first encounter with me.
Okay, teacher. Thanks for you.
Could you repeat, please? I can't listen very well.
Okay. Can you hear me, teacher?
Yes,
Better
yes,
the sound.
yes. The sound is better.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
David.
how many students?
Five. Five students. Milton is the student that always is in the class, but I don't know what happened with he today. I don't know what is happening with the encounters. Maybe people are busy or a little tired. Alejandro, welcome.
Hello, how are you?
Very good. I'm glad to see you again in this encounter.
Yeah, I couldn't be present in the previous encounters because I had a lot of things to do because of my
Mm-hmm.
work and because of my responsibilities.
I
And
know.
so for me, it was kind of difficult. I hope you understand. Thank you.
Yes. Um, Today, um, we have a new mate. His name is David. And David, please tell us something about you.
Okay, teacher. Hi. Sorry, what is your name?
My
Alejandro?
name? Alejandro,
No, no.
Adriana, David.
Okay. So, teacher and Alejandro, my name is David Gachancipa. I'm 27 years old. Currently, I'm working in the National Colombian Army, and I I want to obtain a good English level in order to fulfill all my expectations in my career and in this new project the, with the university. I'm from Villeta, Cundinamarca,
Mhm.
and currently I live in Bogota.
Are you married or single?
I'm single, teacher.
Okay. Who do you live with?
Uh, I live alone because of my job, because my family
Mhm.
lives in Villeta,
In Villeta. And are you living in
Bogota, teacher. I live in
Bogota?
Bogota.
And what do you do in your work?
Yes. Uh, right now I am working in office where I'm responsible for some military activities, eh, education, training, education, or military training. Military training. I have to check some dates where the different units of the army have to train the soldiers, like a schedule of training, something like that.
Okay. And why are you studying this career?
Mm, Okay, because in my job I have to um, check some activities of the language school, language military school,
Mhm.
and I like the languages. I like the English, and I hope to be part of the military teachers of
Mm.
English in maybe little time, within little time.
Okay, very good, David. Welcome. Welcome again. Alejandro, what about you? Tell me about your weekend.
My weekend was very normal. Actually, I had a lot of things to do because I don't know. There was, I don't know, kind of difficult tasks from the university.
Hmm.
I am uh, I am in the middle of the course of logical knowledge, which is related with mathematics and all that stuff. So for me,
Mm.
it's kind of, I don't know, it's like a difficult topic because I never liked maths or something, not even when I was in school. So for me, what's kind of, I don't know, it's a matter of being writing and being, I don't know, watching videos and all that stuff and try to understand what is the best way to use in order to understand what is going to be ahead for the tasks with that subject. And in addition to that, I went to visit my family because my family lives in Suacha, but I am living in Fusagasugá, like
Mm.
I like I told you before.
Mhm.
And I was with my family on the weekend.
Do you live in a very nice place with a very
Oh
nice
yeah,
weather?
yeah, yeah. I like the weather here because it's template. The
Yes,
cool's not higher, and I don't know the temperature for I don't know hot weather. It's not as hot. Sometimes it's very hot, but in normal days the temperature is in the middle between cold and between hot.
and maybe I suppose the life is very easy. Mm, I talk about environment with people. I suppose you can walk
Oh
uh,
yeah,
for
totally.
a
No,
ride to work.
if you want me to be honest with you, actually the people around here is incredibly different from the
Hmm.
people in my neighborhood because first of all the people around here I don't know has good manners. uh, the people around here it's more formal, it's more polite in every sense, every way, and you don't see a lot of, I don't know, lack of communication, lack of respect, lack of everything, like if we were living in a big city or something. A town is kind of different because the ancient people, the older people, used to be more, I don't know, uh, they are more polite in a lot of ways. And I don't know, for me, what's very interesting because when I don't know, remember, I don't know, for about 1 week ago, maybe, I got on to the bus I said to everybody, good morning, and everybody answered that question. Oh, good morning, okay. Oh my gosh. For me, what's incredible because when you are in Bogota or something like that, and you try to greet anybody, the people is gonna look at you like in a strange way or very weird way like this. So
Hmm.
where does he come from or something like that? So for me, what's kind of, I don't know, what's like a new experience and what's very polite, and so for me, what's very impressive. Try to experience like that. So I like this place in a lot of ways, actually, not only for the people, but also for the weather and also for the, I don't know, because of the traffic, there's no traffic jam in here. Sometimes
Hmm.
it could be traffic jam because, I don't know, maybe there's an accident, maybe there is, I don't know, any special situation because of that. But normally you can transport yourself through the streets and to the roads without any problem. So for me, it's very, very good. Actually, my work is very near from my house, and sometimes I walk. Sometimes not always because I don't have enough time to do it. Sad, but I'll try to walk when I have a time off, or I don't know, maybe between my lunch and between my shift in the morning and in the afternoon. And when I
Mhm.
go to have lunch, I try to walk. Yes,
Very good for you.
thanks.
Okay, David and Alejandro. We are going. Today's topic is video games.
Okay, I like that topic so
Okay.
Okay.
much.
I suppose that. Okay. I'm going to do some questions. Please answer them. David, do you like
Yes.
to play video games? How often do you play video games? What kind of video games do you play?
Uh, okay, teacher. Really, I'm not a big fan of video games. Really, uh, I tried a game called Free Fire, but I I didn't like it. I am not a big fan of
Mhm.
video games, but I remember that when I was a child, I um, had PlayStation One. It was the best toy in that time, and I love it to play soccer games. Like I remember one called Pro 98, Soccer Pro 98, and I don't remember the other game, but all kind of games about soccer because I love this kind of sport. And how often really is not common in me to play video games, but when I was a child it was so common for me.
Okay, what
Yes.
about you, Alejandro? Thank you, David. Thank you.
Okay, I don't know what happened with David's camera. It's turned off. Turned off. I don't see him. Okay. My gosh, I like that topic so much. It's one of my hobbies, my favorite hobbies in the worldwide, because I'm not the type of guy who is going out every time or something like that. I go out, but not very often. But when I have a day off, and maybe if I don't have something to do, I used to play games all the time. I play a lot of games. I play a lot of games, all kinds of games actually. The soccer games, and I don't know. My special games are, I don't know, the games which are related with battle, when you have to defend your castle and all that stuff. You have to create troops, you have to create an empire, and you have to improve the technologies from the empire in order to defend your castle. And you have to use like a strategy to defeat other players and all that stuff. For me, that's kind of interesting because you can interact with other people around the world and you can play, I don't know, in a lot of ways. It's very entertaining and it's very, I don't know, it's very addictive for me. But I try to do it in, I don't know, in a good way, in a sane way. Because sometimes when you try to do a thing, I don't know, very, very often, it could be very, I don't know, like a bad behavior, like a bad behaving or something. So it's important to take control of the games and all the stuff, because if you have a lot of things to do, I don't know, if you have to do a homework, if you have to do, I don't know, your household chores, or if you have to do any activity, any important activity, it's important that you spend your time in an appropriate way.
Mhm.
It could be playing games or it could be do what you have to do, but it's very important to handle kind of your affections to anybody, especially for me, because to play video games for me it's like an affection. So I like it so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Alejandro. Hi, Milton. How are you?
Hi, teacher. How are you today?
Very good, very good.
Alejandro, nice to see you again.
Hello, dear partner. I wanna I beg your pardon because actually I wanna apologize because I couldn't be in the previous interactions with you, but like I said before, to our tutor, to our best teacher in the world, I didn't have enough time. I didn't have enough time, and believe me, I have to work from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of hard sometimes. And those classes, the Wednesday and Fridays classes, I don't know, I went out from work for about 9 p.m. because we have a teachers meeting, so I couldn't be present. I tried to do my best, but I couldn't do it.
Yes, we
What's
waited for you. Okay, and nice to meet you, David. How are you today?
Yeah. Hi.
hey babe.
Sorry. Hey. Hey. Sorry. Sorry. My microphone was off. Your
Oh,
name is
okay, your internet isn't working well, I think.
Yes,
Milton.
The-
Milton.
there is something wrong with the internet.
Can you hear me, Milton? Can you
Yes,
hear
yes,
me, Milton?
yes. Your
Ah,
internet isn't working. It's not working well now.
Okay, doesn't matter.
sorry.
Doesn't matter. Milton, we are talking about video games.
Yes,
Please,
I heard.
ans yes? Okay. Answer the following question, please. Do you like to play video games? How often do you play video games? And what kind of video games do you play?
I don't like to play video games. Firstly, I I have never had a console in my life. I I prefer to do a sport in a real life, I think. But I don't have anything anything I don't know how to say that. I don't like it, but I like to other people play video games because I think it's good for everybody to I don't know to play and to spend time playing that. I don't know. How often I play it? Hardly ever. I think myself when I play Clash of Clans sometimes. I don't know, something like that.
I don't have experience with video games either. Maybe sometimes I played Mario Bros,
Yeah,
but
it's very common.
no more.
That's very old. Actually, it's very old.
Yes.
Actually, for the mic.
Thank you very much.
No, no, no. I'm so sorry. That wasn't a compliment. No, I beg your
No, it
pardon.
doesn't
No.
matter. Don't worry about that. Okay, let's continue with another thing. I sent a link. Please open that link. We have 5 minutes and 20 seconds to watch it and 5 minutes more for make a summary. Please begin.
Okay.
When you are ready, please tell me.
Okay.
Teacher, sorry. I didn't.
Tell me
I didn't get the link.
the link. If you see the message,
let me let me okay. Yeah, yes, teacher. Yes, I got
Okay,
it.
don't worry, no
Thanks.
problem.
Hello.
Hello, hello. I'm finished.
Hello. Okay. In 2 minutes, please, each of you tell me about the video. What did you understand? A little summary about it. Okay, Milton, please begin.
Okay, about the video. Okay, the video, it was so interesting. It's about video games. Um, I, I, I could hear in it about different kind of games. I think the video presented about 6 or 7 different games and explain about them. Okay, I remember, for example, Pac-Man is very popular. Mario Bros. I only I only I have I have heard about Pac-Man and Mario Bros. Another one I have never heard about the rest of the video games. The video showed us that the video games are they are an art for the people, I think, and I think so. Um, and the video games are part of the culture of the person, I think, because most of people who play video games love them, and they get that idea. For example, a lot of people like to different music. It's another kind of, I don't know. It's another way to pass time, to spend time in something, and to know different things around her life, around their life. I think that's all.
You have 5 seconds more.
5 seconds? No, it's enough. It's enough. It's enough for me.
Okay, time is finished.
I pass that second for Mr. Alejandro and David.
Okay. Okay. David, are you ready? David. Okay, Alejandro,
Teachers,
please.
yeah,
Okay,
yes.
David, please,
Teacher,
you have,
sorry, I have. Tell me,
please
tell me,
repeat.
teacher.
You have 2 minutes for tell us about the video.
Okay, teacher, sorry, I'm trying to solve a problem with the internet,
Mm-hmm.
and I have not seen the video yet. Sorry.
Okay, don't worry, don't worry. Okay,
Give
Alejandro,
me
your
please
turn. More time?
2 minutes. Yes, teacher, because I'm going to watch the video right now.
Okay. When you will be ready, please tell me. Please, Alejandro.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
Okay, the video was about the most popular video games around the world. Actually, there were good ones, which are very interesting for me. The first game was Pong. Was a very important game through our history. I never played Pong because that game's variation, but I have already heard that that game is kind of interesting, kind of addictive, and I don't know, the children's minds were kind of attract for that game, so that's very funny. In total, the video talks about 7 games. The first game is Pong. The second game is Space Invaders. That game it's very funny actually because you have to handle a spacecraft and you have to kill aliens. You have to shoot to your I don't know your obstacles and all that stuff. So I've already played it. That game is not as popular nowadays, but I remember I play it. Number 3 is Pac-Man. Oh my gosh, Pac-Man. I don't know, but I think everybody has already played Pac-Man because Pac-Man was an important game through our history of video games. Um, it's very simple. The interface is very simple, but it's a very addictive game actually. And you get obsessed to, I don't know, to upgrade the levels and try to keep your lives and about not to be eaten for your enemies and something. So it's a very, very, very interesting game. Video game number 4 was, oh my gosh, this is very important, Mario Bros. Mario
Mm-hmm.
Bros. In all its versions, because
Mm-hmm.
nowadays there are a lot of versions about Mario Bros. Today, I don't know
Oh, continue.
if you have already, I don't know, heard the uh, that's there is a very popular game where you have to use your body language to move some devices to interact with the game and all the stuff. There's a version. I don't know if it's Wi-Fi. I don't know. I don't remember his name. And that kind of games that has a version of Mario Bros. In like a 4D or even in 3D. So it's very interesting. Game number 5. Oh my gosh. For me, this is the best game in the world for a lot of reasons. Tomb Raider, it's a very important game for me because I highlight the figure of a woman
Mm-hmm.
which is a fighter. She likes the adventure. She likes to, I don't know, discover new things. She likes to walk around beautiful landscapes and try to reach the hints to reach a goal in a different environment. So for me, it's best. And not only for the game itself, but also for the figure of a woman, because sometimes the women are not are not very important in a lot of environments. So for me, that it's terrible. That is very awful because the woman is very important in all the environments, and that game highlights the importance of a woman through a video game. So for me, it's very good. Actually, the movies from Tomb Raider, the Cradle of Life, and the first Tomb Raider, the Tomb of, I don't remember exactly his name, which is a character by Angelina Jolie, which she's a great actress.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that movie because of, I don't know, because of his script, because of the actors and actresses, because of the drama during the movie and all that stuff. It's an amazing game. Actually, I have 3 versions of that game. That game is very cool when you try to play it in PlayStation. It's very, very amazing. It's very interesting because you have to explore undergrounds, you have to explore new tools, you have to explore with the guns, with the different types of guns that she has, and you have to upgrade them if you want to create, if you want to cause more wound, more danger, more all the stuff. So it's an amazing game. Game number 6, World of Warcraft. Oh, that's very similar. Age of Empires. It's a
Mm-hmm.
strategy game. It's a strategy game. It's you have the opportunity to create an avatar,
Yes.
and when you create an avatar, you I don't know, it's like you were getting into the game and you can to interact to other players around the world, and it's very funny because it's online, and is I don't know, it's not a recorder game. No, it's in the moment of playing. So it's very funny because you can interact with different kind of situations. You I don't know, you can know a lot of strategies to defeat your enemy and all the stuff, and you can create like ownership between among you and other players, so you can defend a castle, and you can integrate with other players in order to defend your own castle and create alliances and all the stuff. So it's very funny. It's kind of interesting. Game number 7, Minecraft. Oh my gosh, that game is the favorite game from my brothers. I have a younger brother which is 10 years old, and his
Okay.
favorite game is Minecraft. Actually, he downloaded on the computer, and he get me to buy the full version. I don't know what was the cost about that, but he likes that game, and me neither. Me too like that game because, sorry, the game is, I don't know, you have to build things, you have to destroy things, and you have the opportunity that the things that you build, you can destroy them if you didn't like. I don't know, for me, it's like a program related with design. You can
Mm-hmm.
create houses, buildings, and all the stuff, and you can, I don't know, you can interact, and it's kind of addictive game. It's very
As a
funny.
Lego blocks, no?
Yeah, just for blocks, the doors, the walls, the roofs, sorry, the windows, everything is for blocks. And even the grass in the in the ground, it's
Mm-hmm.
made of with blocks, with green blocks, but it's made of with blocks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's sort of the games. I
Yes.
heard an important remark from the video that the games, I don't know, create like a scenario of I don't know, of experiences between players around the world, and it could be like a sane activity because there's no, I don't know, there is nothing dangerous playing video games because you can interact with other players but related with the things from the game itself, not other things. I don't know, maybe could be appropriate for children or something. So for children, it's like a good entertaining, it's like a healthy entertaining to play video games.
Yes. When I was looking information about video games, I realized that the evolution that video games have had during these last 30 years, maybe, is impressive. Nowadays, the imagine are so real. Even video games seems movies. I say movies because I think no, I saw they have a script, um, defined characters, soundtrack, a specific place, and it develops a story in which you can take a role and play with other people. And it is marvelous. It's a marvelous, marvelous work with a, an impressive variety
Hmm.
and more realistic than before. This is a very marvelous work for me. Is marvelous. I can express it. I don't have experience playing, but I want to. I want to.
Actually, the games, not only because in the previous years, the 2D or 3D technology doesn't even exist. So
Mm-hmm.
nowadays, the 3D and even 4D in the theater, in the cinema, is overtaking us. The technology is overtaking us in a lot of ways, not only in video games, but also in other things that, gosh, those are incredible things.
Yes, very incredible.
Hmm. Okay,
Okay,
now the turn to David.
but David, David ran
David,
away.
so I think his internet isn't is wasn't working well.
Yes, problem with the internet, but okay. I sent another link. Please open it.
Okay.
This is a reading exercise, an oral exercise too. We have 5 point, 5 positive point, and please, mm, Alejandro, read the point one.
Okay. Point number one, practice your reading skills. It's no wonder reading quickly and accurately in another language is challenging. Around 10% of people struggle to learn reading skills in their first language. A team of researchers from the University of Padua were inspired by this fact to see whether video games could help children who have difficulty reading. The findings were fascinating. 9 sessions of playing video games for 80 minutes a day improve the children's reading ability more than a year of traditional learning methods. Of course, video games have to contain enough text to make them worth playing, but if you choose the right kind of game, imagine how quickly your reading skills could improve.
Okay. Alejandro, stop for a moment. And David, welcome again. Please tell me your summary about the video.
Okay, I think that it was an interesting video. It showed different kind of video games, which were some of the first video games known in the world. I think that
Para tomar jugo tapo la cámara. Love you too, el esposo.
I think that
Yes,
that-
yes.
yes. No Spanish, please. I think that one of the most interesting games was Mario Bros. I think that it was successful in all the world, and I played this game a lot of time when I was a child, and the video showed the like the history of the games throughout the time. No more, teacher.
No more? Do you remember
More.
some games? For example, do you remember Mario Bros,
Yes.
Tomb Raider?
Really, all these video games, the most popular for me was Mario Bros. I played it a lot of times, and it was so funny, and it was the last was a successful in that time.
Okay, David, thank you very much. Now we are reading an article about positive things about video games related with education. I send a message. Please open it.
Okay.
Then Alejandro was reading the first point.
Do you want me to read it again?
Yes, please, Alejandro, thank you.
Okay, here we go again. The first title is How Video Games Can Help You Learn English. Point number 1, practice your reading skills. It's no wonder reading quickly and accurately in another language is challenging. Around 10% of people struggle to learn reading skills in their first language. A team of researchers from the University of Padua were inspired to do this fact to see whether video games could help children to have difficulty reading. The findings were fascinating. 9 sessions of playing video games for 80 minutes a day improved the children's reading ability, more than a year of traditional learning methods. Of course, video games have to contain enough text to make them worth playing, but if you choose the right kind of game, imagine how quickly your reading skills could improve.
Okay, Milton, could you please read the second point?
Of course, second point is become a better listener. The days of text-based video games are behind us. Games nowadays are often voiced by talented actors with a variety of accents. So playing games exposes you to a lot of natural English. The best way to practice listening is to listen to something you find interesting. So find a game that you like and your listening skills will improve at a remarkable rate.
Okay, David, please read the third point.
Okay, teacher. Improve one skill and you improve them all. You never develop one language skill in isolation. Becoming a better reader makes you a better writer because you develop an instinct for what looks right. Becoming a better listener makes you a better speaker because you hear natural pronunciation. Both reading and listening to English can expand your vocabulary and grammar. If you need to turn on the subtitles, don't feel embarrassed. Many native speakers do the same, so they don't miss any essential information. And reading while listening will help you absorb more language.
Okay, please, Milton, fourth point.
Or, okay. Get better at multitasking. Communication involves multitasking. You're listening to the other person and thinking about how to express what you want to say. People do this naturally in their first language. Understandable, understandably, it's more difficult in a second language because you need to work harder to think of the words you need. A research team at California State University studied whether action video games can improve multitasking. They found that 5 hours of gaming a week for 10 weeks increased people's ability to concentrate on more things at the same time. This comes as no surprise because video games involve a lot of concentration. That's why you can play them for hours and feel like you've been playing for 20 minutes. So play video games and you'll get better at concentration on more than one thing. This means you'll get better at communicating spontaneously.
Okay, five, take a break. Most people associate language learning with endless lists of vocabulary, sitting at a desk for hours, and tests that make your blood pressure go through the roof. But learning doesn't need to be done that way. You'll want to learn more often and for longer if learning is enjoyable. You'll never put off playing a video game because it's fun, but you'll hear and read so much useful vocabulary in context. Spend an hour a day gaming and you'll start to notice your English improving, all because of something you did in your free time. Okay, according to the text, are you agree or disagree? Games can help us for improving our speaking skills in English? What do you think, David?
Uh, I agree, teacher, with this document because I have a workmate. He's younger than me, and he has an excellent English level. Currently, he obtained a certificate of C1 level, and I asked him about what was his strategy to obtain the level, and he told me that one of the principal strategies that he used was to gain or to participate in video games with foreign people, and this kind of activities in the video games improved his English level. and really it was a good strategy for him. That's why I agree with this document, teacher.
Okay, very good. Milton, what do you think?
Okay, I agree with this document, but I think every activity that you do, it's this activity involve an English environment. It's helping to improve in when you spend your time in a good activity. In this case, is video games. If you have an English environment, surely um, you go up your skills because you are spending time in a fun activity. But I don't know what about the video game, because in my case I try to, for example, read English, and listen podcast. But I think it's the same way when you play video games, because you are spending your time in something that you love, that you feel better, and in that way they help you to improve in your languages. I think. I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know how, but I think it's possible.
Yes, and you, Alejandro, what about you?
Yeah, I consider playing video games can make you improve your English in a lot of ways because actually you're gonna learn more vocabulary.
Mhm.
You're gonna become expertise in the use of grammar and all that stuff. You're gonna become a good listener. Sometimes that is the worst problem in the human beings. We don't know how to even listen to anybody. And the games can help you improve that. And actually, it's important to learn vocabulary through the games because actually, I don't know, there are a lot of technical words, there are a lot of idiomatic expressions which are used in video games, and we don't know. So it's important to learn them through the video games, and I think it can make you feel, I don't know, it can make you feel more confident when you try to speak English, and because you have already, I don't know, you have already learned a lot of vocabulary, you have been practicing through these environments, through video games, and I don't know, maybe for you it's gonna be more, there is gonna be a more, I don't know, powerful way to interact with other players to improve your English because if you play a video game which is online and you have to interact with other gamers around the world. Uh, English is the universal language around the world. If you speak English, you can communicate with other people from other countries, and you can interact with your friends. And I tell you that because I was playing in my cell phone Age of Kings, and every single movement that you wanted to do in your interface, you have to communicate it with your other teams, and you have to interact in English all the time. So not only to watching the screen and watching some words in English through while you're gaming or something, no, but also in the chats. Through the chats with other players, you can learn English, you can learn vocabulary, you can learn I don't know, different uses of grammar and all that stuff. So I consider it's a good way to improve and learn English.
Yes, I agree. It is a good way for learning English because I think when people don't feel pressure, can learn better
Yeah.
without thinking about that they are learning. Okay, now I am sharing my screen. You can see it?
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
this is the exercise. Match the word with the synonym. Word synonym. First word, accurately. David, what do you think is the synonym of accurately?
Okay. Hmm. I think is enhanced.
Enhanced. Accurately means when people do a thing without mistakes, do without errors. Is
Okay.
not enhanced.
Carefully.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Milton. Increase.
Okay, when you increase something, um, increase. I don't know. It's possible enhance it.
Yes. Tell me why.
Why?
Mhm.
Because it's a synonym.
Because what?
Perdón.
Okay, in this case, because enhancing is more than, I think, is more than when you are improving, something like that. I think enhance. But in this case, I suppose because postpone is a law you put off, embarrassed is remarkable is not worthy, and shy is embarrassed. The only one is enhanced. But I know that enhanced like improving something. I don't know.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Remarkable, Alejandro.
Okay, the synonym for remarkable is noteworthy.
Yes.
Both words means when you, I don't know, when you do something very, very important, very notable to other people.
Mhm.
And when you say something and somebody told you that it's a remarkable opinion, a remarkable choice, a remarkable whatever, that means that what's an important decision, what's an important suggestion, what's an important opinion, and everybody liked it because it's a tendency or something, and what's important for creating new changes or creating new ways of thinking, I suppose.
Yes. Good. David. Embarrassed.
Okay, teacher, embarrassed because of shy. Shy is like when you do some activity, mm, it's like when you feel a little uncomfortable because
Mhm.
you are in a difficult environment. Could be
Yes.
something
Yes.
uncomfortable for you.
Yes. Yes. And Milton. Put off.
Put up is a present verb that, who means to postpone something.
Yes.
When you have a meeting and you postpone the meetings, is that an example? I think I have read it in American language placement test, in an English test that I that I have taken in my job.
Are you military, Milton?
Yes,
Because David is
Okay.
military too.
yes, I know
Because
because
I
of
know
his
that.
uniform. He's hanging in a wall on a wall.
Hey, you are right. You are right, sir.
Okay, I sent another link. Could you please open it?
Teacher, I have to go now because I have to work, but I think we can see next time, next Friday, I think.
Yes, Milton. No problem. No problem.
Thank you for your time. Have a good night. Likewise, Alejandro and David.
Thank you, Milton.
Okay.
Have a
Okay.
great
See you,
shift.
Milton.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Milton. Okay, in this link, we can listen. I am open it on my computer. The internet is not working well. Okay. Open and listen, and after that, tell me what did you understand. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
Okay, Alejandro, give me a second, please. Okay, when does he usually play video games? What kind of games does he really like? And what are his opinions about people who play video games?
Um, oh my gosh. Okay, when does he usually play video games? He plays video games in the... My gosh, I don't remember that.
Free
He plays
time.
in his free time. Oh yeah, yeah, in his free time,
Mhm.
and he does it when he wanna burn out the stress or something, or
Mhm.
he wants to do an entertaining thing or something
Yes.
like that. Yes. The second question, what was?
It was, what kind of games does he really like?
He like all kinds of games, I suppose. He doesn't like the specific games. I don't know, with topics related with I don't know. Let me think about it. He used a specific word over there, but I don't remember the word. As far as I understand, he plays all the games which are related with, I don't know, those games that which can be addictive.
No. The kind of game they play sports, role playing, and adventure.
Ah, okay, yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And it talk about a general opinion about people who play video games.
Hmm.
They are not agree with people that waste time playing video games.
Yeah, for a lot of people, playing video games could be positive or it can be negative.
Hmm.
It depends. It depends in the way you see it, because some people think, like in the text, said that I don't know, to play a lot of video games can isolate our children,
Hmm.
affecting in a in a very bad way, in a very negative way, their personality and their relationship and their interaction with other kids, because they are gonna isolate them. They're gonna be isolated themselves, and they're not gonna interact. They are not gonna try to do other different things besides playing video games. So that's a problem because it's gonna be like an addiction for them, and they're not gonna be able to see other things, just only the games. So there's a problem over there. But for some people, it could be like a way to burn out stress, like the video said. But I don't know. If you ask me, I consider when you do something in your life, you have to create a balance. Not too much, not
Mm-hmm.
too little.
Yes.
You have to do the things like a balance, like a scale, about doing something in a good way, in a healthy way, in an appropriate way. Because if you obsessed with something, if you try to do something, um, and if you can't see the whole world outside which is waiting for you, just because you are playing video games, that's a problem because you're not enjoying your life. Or maybe for you are enjoying your life through the video games, but maybe it's like a bad behavior because you are becoming I don't know, a addictive person to play video games. So any addiction in life is dangerous.
Yes, totally agree. Maybe a negative point maybe is when people are so immersed in the virtual reality that forget to spend time with real people,
Mm,
or when it affects in a negative way your daily routine, because you was I forget was how do you say was was it I
wasted.
my yes, a lot of
Wasted.
time playing games.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, this reminds me when you are in the middle of a date with somebody, I don't know, maybe a business meeting, maybe whatever, and you are talking to other person, and that person is connected, is
Mm.
completely wired in through his cell phone. So I hate those people. When I'm sharing valuable time with my family, with my friends, whatever, my cell phone is put off and it's, I don't know, on my purse, on my whatever, on my backpack, whatever, because the human beings nowadays have already lost the importance to interact, to I don't know, talk each other, to share new moments, to share, I don't know, beautiful and remarkable experiences without technology, without devices, without all the stuff. But nowadays, the people, it's very, very addictive to the cell phones, through the social networks, through all the stuff. So for me, it's, I don't know. There's a problem for me. For me, that is a problem. If you can control your addiction to use social network and all the stuff, maybe you're not getting very well the meaning of the appropriate use of social networking and all the stuff. So for me, it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a negative addiction.
Yes. David.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Did you understand?
Yes, really, when Alejandro started to speak, I had not finished
Mm-hmm.
the audio, but yes, I understood the the message of the video, the audio.
Okay, and then please tell me, when does he usually play video games? What kind of games does he really like? What are his opinions about people who play video games?
Okay, he told in the audio that he played in his free time, and he likes the video games regards to check role play and adventure. And the last question was about what? The
Opinion.
opinion.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. He told that to regulate the time that you spend.
David, could you repeat, please? Because I couldn't hear you. No.
We lost him.
Yes. No. I consider this topic was very good. It's interesting because we can know things about video games, new things, new vocabulary, opinions related with that. It's not common, this kind of topic in the class, for example.
Mhm. And especially for young people could be very interesting. I don't know, for me maybe
Yes.
because I love to play video games, and it's very I don't know, it's very important when you try to learn new things, but through the things that you like, especially if they are video games. If you like video games and if you can learn new things from by playing video games, so it's very important. My gosh, it's like a hit.
Yes, I was talking with a student about video games, and he was so excited, told me anything about it. It was very good, very nice, this experience with with him. Alejandro, the class is over. Thank you very much for your time. Tell me ideas for taking into account for our encounters. Topics,
Uh,
ideas.
okay, topics. Oh my gosh, movies,
Mm-hmm.
technology. Be
Our last class was about technology.
Oh my gosh, I was absent, and I wanted to ask you that because I don't know if there anything, I don't know if there's any possible way to retrieve those grades from the previous encounter sessions, because I don't know how my grade is gonna be affected by my absence, if you want
No,
me to
no,
be
no, no.
honest, but
If
I
if you
couldn't be.
want, if you want, you can open the links. You enter to Skype and open the links, and if you want, give me your opinion about those links in our next encounter. It would a possibility.
Okay.
But you are talking about movies, technology, another topic, for example.
Sports could be
Sports,
very interesting. Behaviors,
behavior. Mm,
the arrogant people, the rude people, the people who react in a, I don't know, in the worst way when
mm-hmm.
something happens because they don't have, I don't know, they don't have, I don't know, a sense of, I don't know, reality or something. Because actually the lack of tolerance, it's killing us, it's completely killing
Mm-hmm.
us in every way, every sense. And I could touch the topic, the behavior from other people, how why the people can be a little more, I don't know, a little bit more patient, more respectful, more I don't know, all those values which are very important to develop a healthy and a good environment in our society. I don't know, for me it could be a very interesting topic, and even for us, because we're supposed to be teachers, and the teachers have to deal with the
Yes,
students behavior all the time, with the
all the
bad
time.
attitudes, with the lack of respect. My gosh, the last week for me was kind of difficult because I have a lot of uh, sticky situations with some students. I don't know, maybe the people stressed out, but yeah, you can feel stressed out, but when you use your, I don't know, your sensation of being stressed out against other people in a bad and a negative way, there's a problem. And for me, it was, I don't know, it's kind of difficult to handle with that, but we're supposed to deal with that because that's what it takes to be a teacher, actually.
Yes, yes.
So,
Yes.
kind of
And
hard.
David, are you there? David?
Yes, teacher, can you hear me?
Mm, mm.
I
No,
don't listen him.
no.
It's not possible. Teacher,
Yes,
no,
yes, yes, yes,
it's not possible. Can you hear me?
yes. Now, yes.
Sorry, really, I think I heard the something with the internet. It's not possible to have a good interaction with a slow internet.
Yes, no problem. Maybe
Sorry.
in our next encounter, your internet could be better.
Totally. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I promise you, teacher. I promise.
Okay. Thank you, David and Alejandro. Our encounter is over. Thank you very much for your time. I hope to see you this Friday at 8.
Thank you, teacher. Have a great night. You're so incredibly kind. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye, Alejandro. See you. Bye.
Bye, partner. Have fun in your military work. Bye.
Likewise,
God
sir.
bless you,
Likewise.
everybody. Bye.
Bye.